Cody in the morning. WSM. This is Coffee, Country, and Cody.
Hello and good morning. Welcome into our Simply Superior studio here at the A-Cup House on the Opry Plaza. Happy to have you along for the ride on this fine Thursday. That's Charlie Mattis. I'm Kelly Sutton. That's Annie Nye, pushing buttons and making things happen.
It's so weird being on this side.
You don't like it?
Here. No, I'm not saying I don't like it, but it's like, do you have like in your living room, do you have like your chair or your spot on the sofa or your place? And then when someone else is in your place and you have to sit somewhere else, I mean, it's still your house. It just, the feng shui is a little off this morning.
You're feeling it.
I feel a little bit, yeah.
Jeff Roberts is upstairs. He doesn't have to worry about ever changing chairs with any of us.
No.
He's like,
He's
you guys downstairs, you can play musical chairs all you want to. I'm going to be right up here.
Yep.
Yeah. So here we are. Welcome in, everybody. We are playing musical chairs this morning, and we're happy to have you along for the ride. Is Avriana on stage at the Grand Ole Opry with Danny Don't. Beautiful. You know, when you can just captivate a crowd with just a guitar and your voice, it's pretty special.
Yeah, she's near there are so many great young female singer-songwriters who have been a part of that Opry experience, but she's pretty near the top of my list. She's special. I like her a lot.
Love it.
Yeah.
Opry Next Stage class alum, Avriana. We love her. Let's talk about entertainment headlines. We got a lot of things that are going on, everybody. We want to let you know Luke Combs is opening a new Category 10. This one is going to be in Las Vegas, baby. If you haven't been to the one in downtown Nashville, definitely go because it is massive. It looks incredible. I was actually hosting for Hallmark inside Category 10, and that's the first time that I've seen when the hurricane comes down, the chandelier.
Oh, I've heard it's a great effect, but I have not seen it.
Yeah, the inside of it, looks like you're inside of the hurricane, and then every hour, like the chandelier part drops down, and you hear the sound effects. I was looking out going, what's happening right now? And they said, oh, yeah, it does that every hour.
So is it kind of like Phantom of the Opera?
A little bit. Well, it has,
you know what I'm talking about,
so
right?
It looks like a cloud in a circle, but then it has raindrops that are actual lights that come down, and it looks like rain.
Okay.
And those can lower. So it looks like the rain is coming down on you.
Okay. Interesting.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
It's really cool. I hadn't seen it before.
You ever take Reese to Rainforest Cafe when she was young? It scared the heck out of Jackson the first time we ever took it.
That was like the go-to spot for her birthday. Whenever we would have just, us like little family birthday dinner. Where do you want to go? Rainforest Cafe, because she wanted to get the chocolate lava volcano at the end, because they come out and scream volcano and it sparkles. Have you not seen that?
I've never been, but it's Aaron Cooper's favorite place.
We got one over
I know
20 feet away.
Aaron Cooper went there for her 28th birthday. That's where she celebrated her birthday. So
you know what? Yeah, I could see that.
I couldn't go that night.
I could see that. We
maybe
we need to
coming
all go.
year.
Yes, we're all going to go.
For Aaron.
First, Olive Garden.
Okay.
And then, because Olive Gardens are hanged.
Yeah,
truly.
And P.F. Chang's.
P.F. Chang's is good. I wasn't there for that one, though.
There's a lot of good food over there.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, as we're talking about all the things that we like, let's talk about our favorite Halloween costume, shall we? Eric Church has come out and said, my favorite Halloween costume was when I was in college. He said it was kind of a last-minute thing. Everybody decided we were going to dress up, all the boys. We went into the costume store, and there were only a few things left. So we had to take what we could get. I ended up being Big Bird from Sesame Street. Now, he said it was a true Big Bird, like with the feathers. You end up looking through the neck. And he said it was like 7 feet tall. His friends were Cookie Monster and Elmo. So Cookie Monster, Elmo, and Big Bird all go into a college party in North Carolina. Can you even fathom? He said it wasn't until I would be out there like trying to talk to people, they would hit my head and it would turn around the wrong way, and then I would have to turn it back around. So I didn't realize how heavy that head was to turn back around. So favorite costume that you've ever dressed up?
Well, I have to say, it wasn't a big thing as a kid, but last year handing out all the candy, I was in the Elvis jumpsuit.
I knew you were going to say
that.
And
it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I must admit. At least I thought so. No one else seemed to really think so.
We asked Jeff upstairs. He said I don't dress up.
Yeah, good for you, buddy.
Jeff.
Yeah. When we took Mikey, the terrier dog, and put the burlap sack, and he was an Ewok, that was a lot of fun.
Oh,
yeah,
that's real cute.
Cairn Terrier's already kind of Ewokish to begin with.
Yeah. Yeah. What about you, Annie? Favorite costume?
I was Post Malone in college, and it still reigns.
Yeah. It's pretty strong.
It was the best.
It's pretty strong.
It was the best costume I ever could have.
You need to go with our stage manager, one of our stage managers, Tyler Bryan, who was Jelly Roll one year. And man, you could, because you could tour together.
Well, they were selling on Amazon the tattoos, the neck ones, the face ones, the hand ones. So you really could get into it.
Piece it together.
Yeah, it was really fun. That's a good one. I might have to make a big comeback this year with something good.
I like that.
Yeah.
And I would really encourage us to do it on air.
Of course, of course you would.
Well, I would like to be Minions
Of course
and
you'd
Charles
agree.
be Gru.
I think that works. I have a Minion costume.
I have Gru-like
I'm
qualities.
trying to think.
Yes.
We, for the longest, we did like a family, whatever Reese would want to do, then Paul and I would just build around that. And I don't know which one was my favorite. I was Morticia Adams and Reese was Wednesday, and I really liked that one because I could do like the dramatic eye.
Does that make Paul Gomez?
Yeah, he was Gomez. And it was great. We darkened his mustache really dark, and he got the whole thing. So I really liked that one. But then I was also the evil queen.
Oh.
Reese was Evie, and Paul was one of the dwarfs. So it fit. But I had the basket of apples.
Wait a minute, not like Jim Morrison, though.
Dwarfs.
Dwarfs. Okay. I think you said one of the doors. Sorry.
The evil queen and Jim Morrison walk into a Halloween party. There's more if you're still watching. Thank you.
We're a little punch drunk here.
A little bit.
Honestly,
But
to be
happy that
perfectly
you're with us.
honest.
It's Coffee Country and Cody. There's more right here on WSM. Don't go away.
From WSM Radio, this is Coffee, Country, and Cody.
Well, he has a brand new album to talk about, new singles, new music, all the things. He walked in and sat down at our Assembly Food Hall acoustic desk. We welcome in Creed Fisher. How you doing?
Good, dear. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Good to see you. Thanks for getting up early and coming in.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. All right, new music. This is exciting. I love when people come in and they're like, I have a new present for everybody, and we get to unwrap it before Christmas. So how long was this project in the making? And where are we in the number of albums for you now?
This is 15.
15.
Yeah.
Creed,
15. It's my 15th album. Yeah.
That's a huge number. There are a lot of people, they're lucky if they get 5.
I'm very blessed.
Yeah.
Very blessed. 2 years. I spent 2 years putting this album together, which, it's usually I put an original album out every year, but I just took some time, and I'm glad I did, because some of the songs like This Side of Heaven I wrote in the hospital towards the end of that whole time period. So and I had the motorcycle accident, so it took a little longer, but it was worth the wait. So, and I'm just excited it's finally out.
Well, for everybody that doesn't know, give them the backstory on what went down with the bike.
I was playing a show in Minnesota, St. Cloud, Minnesota, and I was riding with some friends and had a wreck, broke my pelvis in half, almost died, but it was kind of a turning point. It was definitely 2 or 3 times in my life. This is one of them. I mean, that you look to and you're like, it just changes you.
Right.
You don't sweat the small stuff anymore, So
we just had Colt Ford, and he went.
Oh man!
I don't know what it is with y'all about scaring everybody, but
it was a month and probably 2 months after Colt.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Holy cow! Yeah, just hearing him and knowing everything that he went through, and it sounds like yours was kind of the same situation, where once you come out of it, all the small stuff doesn't matter anymore. I mean, it really
you're stronger than you've ever been.
Yeah, shifts your perspective. A broken pelvis, man, that just sounds so painful. How did you?
Tough.
Did you have to learn how to walk again?
No, I just couldn't walk.
Okay,
that was frustrating.
Yeah.
It wasn't so much learning how to walk again. It was just the pain. It was just getting through. Because I guess in my head I had an idea. This is when you can start walking. And I just thought I'd jump up and start walking. Well, It was very painful to walk at first. So it was just getting through that. But it was definitely, like, you talk about life lessons, man. It was like probably one of the top things I went through in my life and got through it, and everything since then seems just to be going so well,
Well, one thing it does is when everything is going great, there are a lot of people with you, right? And sometimes when things don't go great or you go through a challenge, you really realize the people you can count on, right? And that's a valuable thing to learn too.
Me and Colt were talking about that just the other day.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, you learn who your friends are.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you find out who your friends are, and my grandpa always told me, you know, keep your circle a triangle.
Yeah.
You know, so ever since the wreck, I've just stayed busy doing music and just tried to focus on my career.
What was the first show like back when you got to be on stage again
it
and
was
get those
crazy.
fans who kind of knew what you'd just been through?
It was so crazy, man. I was there too soon. You know, I had to get back on the road. I had to go back to work for my sanity and for financial reasons.
Sure.
And I wasn't ready, you know, and you give your bus up. You know, I was leasing a bus at the time.
Oh, that's what they say. A bus is like a boat. The day you buy it and the day you sell it are the two best days ever. So a lease is probably pretty smart.
It was a challenge, man, because when I went back on the road, 47 days after my accident.
What?
Yes.
That just feels
4 surgeries later.
That feels crazy fast.
And it felt a little too soon at the time.
That's 6 weeks.
I had 9 weeks off for having a baby.
Yeah, I was going to say.
You could have taken a couple extra weeks for yourself there.
It worked out how it was supposed to.
Yeah.
You know, I was going crazy sitting at home.
Oh, I bet.
And I just felt like if I can sit here, I can sit up there.
Yeah.
And so I want to bring I'm a huge Ozzy fan, Ozzy Osbourne.
You got the throne?
I got the throne.
You did.
Yeah.
Well, Matt Ramsey had it for a while with Old Dominion. You know, he broke his pelvis in a four-wheeler accident.
Right.
And so they took it out on the road with them for a while, and he sat on the throne for a while. Yeah.
And the first weekend I went back out, I was a little nervous, man. I'm not going to lie. I knew I could go sit there and sing. It was more like, how am I going to do everything else I have to do during the day, you know?
Right.
And I'm still on crutches, and we get this bus, and it's like, man, it was a challenge. I love it, though. I'm glad it was. We get this bus, and it's like probably from, I think Kiss toured in this thing back in the 70s, you know? It's got shag carpet.
Nice.
It's got regular doors that you have to open with your hand, and I'm on crutches, you know?
So not necessarily the most convenient. So how did your songwriting change after the accident? I think when people have a big milestone in their lives, we see it so many times when people have kids for the first time or they get married or whatever, their songwriting changes because their perspective changes. You're a different human. So did your songwriting change a little bit after?
I've just written so many songs already. You know, I don't write a lot anymore. I might write probably 10 songs a year.
Okay.
You know, where I used to write probably 100, you know, but
Wow.
I don't think it really changed. I think what changed is just my perspective, you know, on life.
I get that.
And so I think what really changed was me actually thinking about what do I want to write about, you know. I think before I was just kind of like a on the whim kind of thing, you know, just whatever popped in my head, I'd write a song about it, you know. I started thinking about what do I want to say, you know, what song do I want to write at this point in my career, you know. So if anything changed, I think it was just a focus of like the topics that I want to write about. You know?
Okay, that makes sense.
Like This Side of Heaven
All right.
on the new album.
Yeah. Well, tell us about Heaven Don't Want Me because that's what we're going to play right now.
Heaven Don't Want Me is a song that was written by my good buddy Jacob Bryant.
Okay.
And it was years ago. I was heading to the studio, and it popped up on my phone, and I saw it, and I hit him up. I'm like, dude, I got to cut this. Like, what's up? And at that time, they had just written it. You know, it's probably 2 or 3 years ago. And so it's kind of funny how things end up working, coming back around. But for whatever reason, none of them cut the song all these years later. And when I was getting ready to do the album, I was talking to Jacob, and I'm like, man, one of us has to do this song. And he's kind of wanting to go kind of in the Christian country genre way. And so I cut it, and it's just a song about doing what we do for a living, you know, just being on the road, and Heaven Don't Want Me and the devil ain't done, you know. Because I grew up in the honky-tonk bars. I'm from West Texas. I'm from Odessa, you know. So it's just a song that we relate to, the rough and living in the fast lane, all that stuff.
All the things. Well, we're glad you're here this morning. It's Creed Fisher, and we're playing it right now. Heaven Don't Want Me. You're hearing it on Coffee, Country, and Cody and WSM.
This is Coffee, Country, and Cody.
Welcome back, everybody. We are talking to Creed Fisher. The brand new album, Between Heaven and Hell, is out. We've just been catching up on all the things after having that motorcycle accident. I was wondering if you had gotten back on the bike or if that was something you're like, we're not going to do that anymore.
No, that's just the way I am. I can't ever feel like I can't do something I love,
Right.
Even though it's obviously ever since the wreck, I get a lot of anxiety. I'm not going to lie.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
I see things, but the crazy part is since the wreck, I see things I didn't see before driving.
Oh, I bet.
Like just cars coming at you, and it's like,
Well, anything like that, you're going to have some kind of PTSD. We were talking to Colt, and he said the first time he was getting on the bus,
I can only
he
imagine.
had anxiety because that's where he had his heart attack, was on the bus. And he said, just stepping foot on the bus, all of a sudden it was coming back to me. So,
I leased his bus for months after his accident.
Yeah.
It was a little weird,
Yeah.
being on his bus where that had happened. But
Well, you did take a pretty cool half-mile ride. Tell people where you went and who you saw, because you live really close to one of the great venues in the whole U.S.
Green Hall, I got to play it for the first time in August, and I sold it out, which is one of the coolest things. Probably the coolest thing.
Sure.
And the live side of things, for me, selling out Green Hall. And had never played there before, and I live half a mile from there.
Yeah.
So I got to go see Jamie Johnson for the first time at Green Hall 2 weeks ago, and then ended up getting to go hang out with him on the golf course in Fort Worth. We did a charity golf tournament with Ron White and Jamie and Randy Hauser and lots of other guys. But yeah, man, it was cool, man. It's cool to I live in one of the best places in Texas, so I'm blessed.
When you're in Texas, talk to us a little bit about touring in Texas versus touring the rest of the U.S. Because we know people that their whole life, they could never leave the state, make a great living, have an incredible fan base, release as many albums as they want. But then also, when they start to get outside of Texas, they see that they've had a far-reaching impact that they didn't even realize. So what's it like touring inside of the state versus outside of the state for you?
I think sometimes Texans get a little spoiled.
Sure.
With live music, because there's so much of it. I just see when I go outside of Texas and play all these other places, I see a passion for live music, and Texans, man, I don't want to say, because you have places like Dallas where I have a lot of fun playing, but like when you like Green Hall, for instance, talk about Green Hall. There's a show there at 3 days a week, every week, and people, I just think the enthusiasm sometimes, but then again, sometimes people are tourists. They come from other places to Texas. But I just think Texans sometimes, I just see an enthusiasm when I play, say, Ohio.
Oh,
that it's just off the hook, The people are just so excited to see live music.
Yeah, we're in Texas. It's like, well, here's another great show, right?
Sure.
Yeah. Out of curiosity, that whole area not long ago was so devastated by the flooding. Were you affected at all, or did you? I'm sure you probably knew somebody
that really,
around.
Really
right?
upset me, man.
Yeah.
It's right by where I live, and we were in Nashville at the time.
Well, you really feel helpless then, don't you?
Man, it was tough.
Wow.
50 miles from my house, and obviously the quad was flooded, so my daughter had to evacuate. She lives there in New Braunfels where I live. They evacuated my neighborhood, but I wasn't home. But where Green Hall is, the water got almost up to like where it would breach the over the top, and I wasn't there. I just saw pictures, but you got the bridge. The water was over the bridge, and there was tubes and everything from the last 50 years in that river was there. It washed to where the bridge was.
Yeah.
And so it was so sad, man, what happened. But
I'm glad that community has come back. And, it's always one of those things when you see any kind of devastation, country music is going to be the first to step up. And that's exactly what we've seen since, with everybody coming together and doing fundraisers and benefits. And it's horrible when a devastating thing like that happens, but it also shows you where the humanity is. And it's always within the country music community. You're seeing people that are helping out others.
Texans, man, we take care of our own.
Yeah, absolutely.
Louisiana, being from the South in general.
Yeah.
I mean, we definitely rally around each other, and take care of the people that that we love. But that was a devastating thing, man. It was nothing. There's not much that gets me these days, but that got me, man. That choked me up, man. Because those little kids, man, they didn't have a chance.
I know. Well, switching gears, I know you've got a really cool show that's coming up tomorrow.
Yes.
I forgot tomorrow was Friday, and I was like, wait, this is tomorrow. You're going to Bristol.
Man, I gotta get ready.
You got stretch it out, do a local warm up.
Stretch.
Have you played? Obviously, you've played at the location that you're going to be in Bristol, and we were just talking about Bristol Motor Speedway. If you'd seen a race there, have you seen? You haven't done the night race there yet.
I have not seen a race there.
Okay.
I got to go tour the track.
It's cool, right?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That embankment.
And I've never been to a NASCAR other than Texas Motor Speedway. Mm-hmm. I've never been to a NASCAR race.
But those half miles are totally different. It's like the old Roman Coliseum, isn't it? Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So going to be playing over there, and then you've got some other shows that are happening. Everything is on your website. You're coming back, and you're in Murfreesboro on Saturday. So driving to Bristol and then driving back. That's fun. That's a lot of back and forth.
That's a lot of I-40.
That's a lot of I-40, brother.
And 81.
Hey, there's a Buc-ee's on the way. You can hit it both ways.
You got Buc-ee's. You're in Tennessee. Can't really complain.
Yeah.
Is there a favorite when you go to Buc-ee's? Is there something you got to get? I'm the chopped
nuggets,
pork.
Baby.
You like the beaver nuggets?
Yeah, everybody loves the beef. Well, I'm the brisket.
You get addicted to those things.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, yeah.
He's
have to hide 'em.
brisket.
You'll have to
I'm
hide 'em.
chopped pork sandwich for sure.
Yeah.
That one's got it.
Yeah. And sometimes you just need a clean bathroom. You know,
there you go.
They do a
It doesn't
good
matter
job.
Lunch or breakfast.
Yeah.
It don't matter.
It's all good.
You're gonna leave happy.
Well, everybody, you can go over to Bristol and see Creed. Stop by, see him in Murfreesboro that Saturday. It's going to be at Hop Springs. You'll be there at 7 p.m. And then you're going over to Rocky Mount, Virginia after that. Stopping in North Carolina. You'll be in West Virginia, Texas. You got a lot of dates up there, so be easy on the road. Thank you for coming by.
Man, thanks for having me.
We love having you.
It was a pleasure.
Now, we're going to close out with another one of your songs, but I think you wanted to do like the big announcer voice for an old outlaw like
because y'all
me.
said I could pick a song.
We let you pick
I'm not
it.
used to this.
So you're going to do an old outlaw like me?
Old outlaw like me.
All right. Do your best announcer voice, Creed Fisher.
This song is my favorite song on the new album. It's called An Old Outlaw Like Me.
Oh, well done, everybody. Creed Fisher in the studio with us this morning on WSM.